Goodness, I'm a mess. Hello, hello. Good morning. I think I forgot to brush my hair. No, I didn't. I just had it in a ponytail and I took it down, so it's a mess, all in knots. Anyway, I've been cleaning off my desk finally, and I started making a flower cane with polymer clay, and so I'm about to put it together. That means I need to get a middle for the flower. Oh goodness gracious. Let's see. I think I have some over here. So let's see. Yesterday was not such a great day because it was payday, but my whole check is already gone because you know who just had to get paid back, like almost all at once instead of letting me spread it out. So anyway, well, I thought I'm gonna have to make a middle for this. No, I think I have one over here. If I don't have, hey Marla, how are you? I'm making, this is going to be a flower. And so I need a middle for it. And I'm sure out of all this, I can find something I can use. I mean, there's a ton. Yeah, this one might work. I don't know if that's big enough though. Let's see. It's pretty small, pretty tiny. Oh, thank you. Or the colors aren't showing up very good. They look kind of pale on my computer, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to make the peach color the inside and the green going. Oops, my light, the shade on this lamp has a mind of its own. It falls all the time. Anyway, what have you been up to, Marla? Yeah, it does suck when that happens. My nose, oh my gosh, every time. I'm going to mute it just for a second. Ever since I got back from the cruise, I got sick the day that we disembarked, and I was sick for like 2 weeks, had a cold, and my nose has not stopped draining the whole time. I don't know what's going on. Let's see, maybe this purple will look pretty inside. Yeah, I think this might work. So this is oh look, I still have one hand painted with Halloween nail polish, and the other one not. You had 2 of your adult kids moving. Oh my gosh. Moving is no fun. And I have that to look forward to in the coming months. There's boxes all around our house. Richard started packing a couple of weeks ago, or actually more than that, maybe about a month ago. Okay. So I want to make the center have like a bunch of like little dots. So I cut that in half, and now I'm just gonna squeeze it together and cut it in half a few more times, and I'll have the effect that I'm trying to achieve. Except I have gold leaf on the outside, on the outside of this, and that prevents it from sticking together very well. Shoot. Let's see. Your son graduated FAA to become an air traffic controller. Oh, wow. So he and wife and 2 babies went to Omaha. Cool. And then on the way back, your husband picked up your daughter who's moving back to Wichita. Ah. So did your son move from Wichita to Omaha? You're losing one and gaining one, huh? No, I'm going to cut this in half again. And each time I cut it and, well, this is, anyway, you'll see. Except, I'm trying to see if I have another one I can use. I don't like, one's too small. I could just, I want some purple. Maybe, no. I'll just keep going. I was going through all my clay, and I have a lot of clay, and I hardly ever use, this is Fimo brand clay. Fimo, oops, Fimo. A little bit more expensive than the Sculpey. I usually use Sculpey Primo or Sculpey Souffle, but I have a lot of Fimo, and the reason I don't use it as often is because it's just a little harder to work with in the beginning, but once you start getting it conditioned, it gets easier to, to shape and move around. But you have 3 air traffic controllers. Oh, wow. 3 of the boys. How many kids do you have, Marla? Can I ask? You have 3 boys at least, and at least 1 girl. Wow, that's a lot of air traffic controllers. Do they get discounts at any of the airlines? I'm wondering. Your husband has 6. Well, this is turning out interesting. See the little lines in it. Probably it's hard to see, but Anyway, I'm getting the purple that I wanted. I'm going to roll it out one last time. They're all his. Oh, you weren't able, so they're they're all his. Oh, interesting. Um, how long have y'all been married? I hope this, I might need to make this bigger. Maybe not. I'm going to shape these and make them look more like petals, petal shape. That will help. 7 years. Oh, cool, cool. Is that your first marriage? I'm glad that like you consider them your kids, because when you first started talking about them, you said 3 of our kids. So that's cool. That's cool that you called them our kids. We graduated the last 2 from high school. Oh, cool. Wow. How old is the oldest then? And how many grandkids do you have? If I'm too nosy, just tell me. You're second. You have 10 grandchildren. Wow. Well, good for you guys. I bet it's a lot of fun during the holidays. Um, I came from kind of a big family, not that big, but I mean, a lot of cousins, and some aunts and uncles, and we always had fun at Christmas. The more people that that showed up, the more fun we had, of course. 33 is the oldest. Wow. And then the youngest is 22. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I can't believe my son is going to be 21 in March. I just don't know where the years went, Marla. Crazy how fast time goes by. Um, okay, this is starting to look more like a flower. It is amazing. Uh, Sounds like Richard's going to bed. Oops. Let's see. Trying to wake the clay up a little bit, jiggle it. Oh boy. Let's see. Trying to think of. We had 0 trick-or-treaters. We didn't. I think last year we only had um, one of Richard's friends has 2 young kids. I think they were the only ones that came by last year. And so, of course, we didn't buy a lot of candy, but we had a lot left. So this year we didn't buy any. and no one came, so it worked out. He was going to give them a $2 bill if any kids came by. So now I just need to. Some of these are taller than the other ones. I'm going to stretch these out. On the move, you say start now. Yeah, I bet. Moving, oh, I do not like. I don't mind unpacking so much. I hate packing though. Packing those boxes. And it always takes so much longer, I think, to pack than unpack. Luckily, I don't have to worry about loading the truck or anything because I'm in a wheelchair. But believe me, I've done my share of moving when I had legs. Yeah, I'm just going to flip this over and check the bottom. It's all wonky on this side, so I have to straighten this up. And I'm thinking the middle might be a little too big. Now, this is the hard part, getting it to, you know what, I think I need to if I make the middle a little smaller, then I'll have an easier time pushing those together. Hi, Brian. I've been seeing you a lot lately in the chats, Brian. It's like we went a long time. It seems like I haven't talked to you in so long, Brian, until the other day. And then this is all scrap stuff, kind of. I'm gonna put it away. I think I can reach it in here. I have to mute you one more time. I need to blow my nose. Unmute. If y'all see me looking over here, it's because my computer I didn't put on my desk, and my camera's over here, and the chat's over here. So that's why my head's turned so much. You hit a dark place. I'm still kind of in that dark place, Brian. I felt the same way, and it's all about being separated from my son, and like I found out he's going to my sister's in Colorado for Thanksgiving. He's meeting my mother there. I'm like, you should be coming to see me. I'm your mother. She's your grandmother. But I'm just gonna have to wait till she dies for him to figure out that I am his mother and he needs to come see me. It's really heartbreaking. Let's see. The last Christmas I spent with him was in 2018, and then I went to rehab that following February. So 2019. Yeah. I haven't spent Thanksgiving or Christmas with him since 2018. Okay. Let me read the chat from it. I was really glad. Yeah. Oh, I haven't watched the werewolf game from Halloween night yet. And I was so mad that you know, I I almost killed off Eric, and I knew I should have because he had been saying that I was the werewolf for a long time. But I feel like he's a friend of mine, and so I showed him favoritism, and I shouldn't have. I should have done what I knew would put me in a better position, but I didn't, and they figured me out at the end. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun. Um, you're still there too. Main thing for you is being without a car for as long as I have, and being broke. Oh, believe me, I know the feeling, Brian. It sucks. Um, um, yeah, I haven't had a car since 2019 either. But when we go to when we move, when we get to if we're still wherever we end up, um, I'm gonna get my license and I'll be able to drive again. So yeah, it's tough not having a car. It really sucks bad. I know, believe me. And I have all this jewelry that I could sell to make money, but I mean, I didn't even have $15 last month to you have to put $15 to get your Etsy shop up and running. You have to have like a $15 on your card um, to get started, and I didn't even have that. So I know all about being broke, but I've got to sell some of it. I want to start going to arts and craft shows, like I'd rather sell it at an art, like, um, sell it not over the internet. I like being around people so I can, I don't know, I just like dealing with live people instead of trying to sell it on the internet. I never know um, what what their reaction is over the internet, or if they really like it or not. I don't know. I just feel like I have a better chance at selling it if I do it in person. It's very hard to ask for money, Brian. Oh my gosh, I know. And I feel like when I ask for subs, because I want to get monetized at some point, I feel like that's asking for money sometimes. I mean, it's really not, but indirectly, I guess it kind of is. But yeah, yeah, where you live, I bet. Yeah, thank goodness for Dollar General, huh? They just put one at the end of our neighborhood last. Well, I think like at the beginning of either the end of last year or the beginning of this year Hasn't been there long. Yeah, thank goodness. They have a lot of groceries at Dollar General. And we have a Family Dollar right across the street from it too. So I'm getting it to go together, as you can see. And this is called reducing, because I'm going to get it down to about the size of a roll of quarters, and then I'll cut some off and I'll make it about, this is like a size of a dime. And then I can take it all the way down and make it tiny like that. So, but yeah, this is just, I need to, oh my gosh, it sounds like it's raining. And we have a leak in our roof, you guys, right over my computer. I need to, hold on, I'm going to move my computer to my desk because last time it rained, it didn't come in, but the time before that, I came in here and it had been dripping right next to my computer. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen. He turned it into the HOA, so hopefully they'll get us a new roof. We need one really bad. It's hard to ask. It's supposed to rain. In fact, there's a lightning alert. Oh wow. Wow. Yeah. I don't have my blind open. I closed it the other day because when I was playing the werewolf game, it was still daylight outside when we started, and so I closed my blinds. It's still dark outside here, so hey, don't we change the clocks? Is it tonight, like or at 2 in the morning? Is that this weekend, you guys? Do you know? I have to figure out what color I want on the outside of this. Probably a violet or purple. Yes, okay. And so we're going to gain an hour, right? Fall back, spring forward. I'm going to roll over here where my clay is and see if I could grab some purple. Oh my gosh, this is so heavy. Oh my gosh, this basket is so heavy. Okay, there's some purple, but it's way too dark. But I can mix some white with it and get it the shade that I want. You want to see this is only one basket of clay. You see all, see all that down in there? And it goes all the way down. It's heavy. Yeah, this purple's way too dark. I'm going to have to add some white or some pearl white. Probably pearl white, maybe. Or I could put this. This is pearl. What color is that? Purple pearl. But I don't know. This is kind of a pink purple. I know it looks purple on my screen, but that looks blue. But this is really like a royal purple, and this is kind of a pinkish purple. But I wouldn't have to mix this. Maybe I should just use that, and then I wouldn't have to mix it. Periwinkle, that's my favorite color, Marla. I wish I had periwinkle. I haven't tried to make, I'm sure I could figure out a periwinkle by mixing, some clays together, but I wonder, do you think I should mix a little blue? I could like mix some white with this purple. Now you got me wanting periwinkle. Okay, so I'm going to let me find my white. Let's see. I know I have some somewhere. Oh, I have a whole drawer full of clay over here. Besides, no, I took most of it out. So that means I do have white in here somewhere. Trying to find it. I did have this like all in order, but when you open them and you have stuff left, you have to start putting them in baggies, and you just throw it in the basket, and then everything gets covered up, and I have to dig through it every time just to find a certain color. I have a regular white, but I think a pearl white would be better. Here it is, pearl. Okay. Let me put this basket down. It's so heavy. Gosh. Okay. That is a lot of clay. Are you going to go to school, back to school, Brian? I went back to school at 50, and I'm like one semester or 2 semesters. I'm a semester and a internship away from getting my bachelor's degree. And I'm thinking, why don't I just finish up online and get the student loan? That way I could buy, a little car. So I'm starting to think of that. And I don't have to pay back my student loans because I'm disabled. So, but yeah, I've been thinking I should do that. Okay, so over here I have, wait, I'll show you. Let me put this stuff away. Uh-oh, shoot. Okay. Oops. One out. Okay. Over here is, let's see if I can figure this camera out. My pasta machine. It's upside down, doesn't it? There's my pasta machine. They do make electric ones, but I don't need an electric one. So before you can use the clay, you have to condition it. And if you want to start mixing them to make a different color, you have to condition them too. And of course, just gonna, let's see. So I have purple and white, and I'm thinking I should add, what shade of blue should I add to this, you guys, to get periwinkle? Like a baby blue or a dark blue? I think I'm gonna need more white than this though. That purple is so dark. So dark. Now I might have made it too, I don't know. I'm gonna have to run it through here for a few times, probably about at least probably 15 or 20 times to get it mixed. And all I'm doing is folding it and running it through. Ooh, it's coming out really pretty though. You have a hard time with online school. The plan is to get a degree in history with a minor in creative writing, then eventually get what's an MFA? Master of Fine Arts in Poetry. That would be great. You don't do online classes? I usually did like half and half. Some of them they weren't offering. Some of my classes I had to do online, but since I don't have a car right now, I would have to do it online. I don't like taking classes online near as much as I like to go to class, but I would do it just to get the student loan so I could get a car. Okay, now I have to figure out what shade of blue I'm going to use. I guess here, I'm going to see if y'all can. This looks blue, but it's purple. Oops, let me try to. I have the hardest time. Yeah, I don't know why it looks so blue, because it really is purple. It's a real pretty pearlescent purple. But I might have to add more white to it. I need to add some blue, make it periwinkle. I don't know what shade of blue. I have to turn on my big light for a minute. That big light makes me so hot. That's why I don't have it on very often. I have dark, sparkly blue. I have a light blue somewhere. Oh, I have a pearl blue. It's like peacock pearl. I wonder if that would work. Yeah, I put a whole lot of the pearl white with the purple to make shimmer like that. Yeah. I have, what color is this? I also have this shade of blue. It's kind of, it says blue stone. Kind of a purplish blue. I don't know. I don't know if I should try that or not. And I thought I had some open. Oh, I have this shade of blue, like robin's egg blue. Uh, shoot, I guess I don't have any open. This is open. Let me see if this will work. There's my nose again. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm gonna mute and blow my nose again. Sorry, guys. Oh gosh. Ah. I'm gonna roll over and close my door because his TV is so loud. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Yeah, his TV can get so loud. Okay, let's see. I think I'm just gonna try a small piece of this with this blue and see what happens. You like the peacock? Um, yeah. I'm gonna try this blue real quick, and I might have to use the peacock. I'm just putting it through the roller. Y'all can probably hear it. I might have been better off using the peacock, Marla, because it's peacock pearl, also pearl like the white, and this blue I'm thinking might take away from the shimmer. This robin's egg blue, but it looks mixed, but there's not that much difference. There is a difference though. It just needs more blue. I like how that's turning out. I'm gonna add some more of this. I want to try the peacock too. Uh, have you been taking care of yourself, Brian? Yeah, I need to go back and watch the werewolf game from Halloween night. That's the only one I haven't watched. Oops. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm sure it's pretty boring for y'all to watch me. Like my little Scientology is a cult sign. I painted that to hang on the back of my wheelchair when I went on the cruise, but I never put it on there. I forgot about it. Um, I forgot about it at first, and then I couldn't find it. And then after I found it, there was only a couple of days left, on the cruise, so I just never put it on there. The back of a wheelchair is a good place to advertise, though. If you ever want to, if I ever want to make a statement or let people know something, I could just hang a sign on the back of my wheelchair. I've done that on my my electric scooter. Oops. Yeah, I've I used to I don't want to say be a Jesus freak. I wasn't a Jesus freak, but I used to be more into church and walking that way, but my thinking on all that has changed a bit over the past few years. So I used to have something about Jesus on the back of my electric wheelchair, and I can't remember what, but yeah, I wouldn't do that anymore. Oh, you saw my sign. Well, this, I don't know if this is working. I didn't even keep a piece to compare it to. I think it's starting to look a little periwinkle. I'm wondering if I need to add pink to it now. I don't think I'm going to go through all that. I think whatever this purple turns out to be will be fine. It's really pretty. Isn't that pretty? I think that will be fine. And it matches the center well. And I'm just hoping it's dark enough. It's better to have more of a contrast with, the outside. The outside piece of clay should really be more of a contrast than that, but I guess this will work. I don't want to get too picky. So let me move this clay out of the way. I didn't even need to open that one. Oh well. More to put in baggies. You left organized religion behind a while back. Yeah. Yeah. Well, after I took every theology course that my university had, and which wasn't, there weren't very many. And then I, have over the years listened to a lot of the, not a lot, a few of the historians, Bible historians, and their whole take on all of that. And I never thought I would change my beliefs or thinking, on all that. But I can't really argue with uh, some of the historians that are so smart and they make, so much sense that if I didn't believe what they were telling me, then I think that would make me not too bright. I don't know. You can't hear some of the stuff, and like, for example, I don't know if this is going to be long enough to get. No, it's not. I need to make this long. Um, an example is there's no way that I believe that the God of the Bible is going to um, throw homosexuals into hell. There's no way that I would believe that he would do that. And for that reason, there's other stuff too, but like for those kinds of reasons, I had to change the way I think about the Bible and God and Jesus. And tell you the truth, I really don't. No one knows, but people think they do. I know what I believe, and it's basically the same, but not exactly. So I'm just cutting this extra off so I can wrap this. Oops. Yeah, this purple is really pretty. I wish the camera showed the true colors, but okay. Perfect. Now I can continue to squeeze and pull and reduce it until it gets down to the size that I want. Like I said, like a roll of quarters. Before you forget, you have 310 black and 939 dark blue resin drills for diamond painting you can't use. They are uneven, misshapen, etc. I was wondering if you could use the drills for any of your projects or reuse the resin. Um, let's see. I don't. What kind of was uh I use drills all the time. I use hand drills, and of course I have a couple of what do they call y'all? Dremels and um, some coffee and a biscuit. Okay, Brian. Um, reuse how do you reuse resin? I don't understand that. Um, yeah, Marla, what do you mean reuse the resin? If you sent me a picture of the drills, then I'd be able to tell you. Um, you can email me, or I could just give you my phone number in the chat. I don't mind if People knowing my phone number. No one's going to call me, bother me. The diamond painting pieces are called drills. Oh, sorry. I know nothing about diamond painting. Oh, that made me sound like an idiot, huh? I was thinking of, real drills. That's funny. The diamond painting pieces are called drills. Funny. Someone told me people use the little pieces as fill. I'll send you. Okay. And you have my email is just Kelly, Kelli, and then sptv@gmail. Real easy email. I had to laugh. That was funny. I wonder why they call them drills. I wonder why they call this, when I'm making, a cane. Like, where in the heck would someone, or why in the heck would someone decide to call, you know, these canes, like cane? It doesn't make sense. I mean, weird. I guess I could maybe Google it and find out, but yeah, doesn't look like any cane I've ever seen. I'm looking for air bubbles right now. You're not supposed to roll them. That I hardly ever roll these because it's real easy to make things get distorted real quick. So I usually just twist and pull. And this clay is not moving very fast, especially in the middle. See how the ends start, the outside starts pulling up, and the middle, both ends are starting to get distorted. I mean, that is part of polymer clay. If you make a cane, you're going to end up with distorted ends because you have to reduce, and it's just what happened. But then we can make cool things like Natasha beads out of the scraps. That's called a Natasha bead, even though it's not really a bead. But the sides mirror each other. And I guess someone named Natasha figured it out. And yeah, we just put all of our scrap ends together and chop them up, and then squeeze everything back together and twist them. And I have a couple of videos, I think, on how to do that. But this is taking Fimo clay, like I said, it's a lot harder than Sculpey. If this was Sculpey clay, it would have been done by now. It's just softer clay. And they have some real pretty colors, in the Sculpey, but the Fimo clay, which I'm working with right here, their colors seem to, I don't know, be brighter, or maybe they're just like more rich. I don't know. Or it could be that I've used Sculpey for like a year and a half, and all of the Sculpey colors I'm just kind of tired of. It's like I got used to seeing the same colors over and over and over. And different brands of clay, they all have the same colors. Like they all have red, green, blue, white, black. They have all the colors, but um, they're different shades. Like one brand is not going to be the same shade of blue as the other brand. Okay, this is not quite as small. Well, I better keep going. I was going to cut off the ends. Once you cut off the end, you'll be able to see the flower on the inside, and I'll be able to see what I'm ending up with, which is way cool. And I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I'm just going to cut it in the middle, or I'll save that much and leave it big. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Y'all aren't getting the full effects like I am. The peach in the middle, the colors just aren't showing up as good for you guys as they are for me. But, oh, wow, this is so pretty. I can definitely tell a difference in the quality of the clay between Sculpey and Fimo. This is more expensive, and I can see why. But yeah, gosh darn, I wish, you know what? And if I use Restream instead of StreamYard, I've noticed that the colors show up better, at least on my computer. You have to go, okay, thanks so much for stopping in, Marla. It was great talking to you, and shoot me an email. Have a great day. Don't get too wet. Our rain already stopped, I think. I don't hear it anymore, at least. Oh, my goodness. I am so hungry. I have a box of crackers in here. And some cheese. So, this is so good. I'm trying to come up with a name for a clay and jewelry channel. Sorry, my mouth. I'm chewing and trying to talk at the same time. It's really rude. So I'm going to keep reducing this one and try to make it about the size of a dime. This is about a quarter, or maybe a little bit bigger than a quarter. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a name for my channel. I have to blow my nose again. Oh my goodness, it's getting to be too much. I might just mute it real quick while I blow my nose. guys. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna call it. My middle name is Kay, and that rhymes with clay. I probably, and a lot of the I was noticing that the polymer clay artists that have channels, a lot of them, the name of their channel is just their name. So I was thinking I should just put my name, and I'm not going to have my last name, so and like when I sign a painting or sign my jewelry, I mean, I don't sign it, but sometimes I will like have a little piece of clay with my initials on it that I put on the back of a piece, or in metal I can engrave my initials, but I use Kelly K a lot instead of my last name because I don't know, I just do. So I think I might just have my name and just call it Jewelry, Beads, and Polymer Clay. I mean, you can't get any more simple than that. And there will be no question what my channel is about because it literally is in the name. And then on my Etsy shop, I don't know. It's gonna name it. You know, I love rabbits, and people a few months ago were saying, "Well, just use Artsy Tartsy," and I'm like, "No." So then I thought, well, I could call it the Artsy Hare, Hare, but that doesn't tell what it is, you know, but I don't know. On Etsy, I feel like I could name it the Artsy Hare, but not for a YouTube channel, because I mean, what in the hell is Artsy Hare for real? I don't know. Gosh, you can see the ends already starting to get distorted again. You really do have a lot of waste with polymer clay when you're making these canes, because like I said, the clay on the inside does not move as fast as the clay on the outside, where my fingers are warming it up. And I used to be able to reduce and not have very much waste, but that's when I was making these like every day. I just went crazy when I was first learning, and then I kind of I have so many beads made out of polymer clay and so many flower beads, because like I said, I was making these flower canes almost every day, and you know, different colors, and I had to slow down. I had to stop myself. Then I got it on a kick because I love making the Natasha beads, you know. And so I would just chop up clay like I did with this the other day. This was not scrap. These I chopped right off a fresh block of clay just because I love making these things. You never know what you're going to end up with, and I love just slicing them and putting the two sides together to see what comes out. I'm trying to square up the corners a little bit. That didn't work too good, but let's see. I think I have sharper blades in that. I really need a sharp one. Yep. Let's see what comes out of this. See, you put the two sides together. That kind of looks like a choir girl, doesn't it? Kind of. Can you see the face? And it looks like she has a choir robe on. And then you can pull it apart and match up the other sides. That looks like a devil. I don't like that. Let's see. And you'll never get the same thing twice. I don't know if I like these colors that much. Yeah, I got on such a, I got addicted to making these, and I have a ton. I mean to tell you, I have a ton of all different sizes of these, and I made mostly pendants out of it. And I made a lot of earrings too. Ooh, and this one's kind of neat. That one turned out the best, I think. Kind of cool. So these two I'll put with the scraps, and I'll end up getting a cookie cutter and cutting shape out and then mounting it on the probably black clay and making a pendant for a necklace out of it. That's kind of cool. Except there are some holes or air pockets. That happens with clay a lot. If you're not careful, you'll end up with a big hole right in your project, and that's not good. Now, where can I put this? Running out of space. I made this the other day out of scrap clay. I haven't put it in the oven to cure it yet, but once this is cured, I will take my acrylic paint pens to it and make it different colors, and I'll put crystals right there, and in those three I'll glue Swarovski crystals in there, and yeah, this will be pretty or this will be cool when I finish it. And then this, I don't know what I was trying to make. I wanted to make it look like some kind of stone. It has fingerprints. It has fingerprints on it right now. I need to get the fingerprints off, but I don't know what kind of stone that would be, but it has kind of the appearance of some kind of stone, but what was I going to say? Oh, all I used to make this, believe it or not, was translucent clay, which it looks white before you bake it. And then I got my bottles of alcohol ink, and I experimented with different shades of blue, and then I put some glitter in it, and I tried to put a little more of the translucent to make some veins like you get in rocks or stones, but I don't know. I'll see how it turns out once I bake it. Oh, and then this is a natural patina on, this is just copper. These are copper discs, and isn't that pretty? I put these in, I have a bowl that, I'll show you, hold up. I put ammonia in a bowl that has a lid, just this bowl, glass bowl, and I made a that ammonia is so strong. I set my copper pieces on top of there and leave them for at least overnight. Sometimes I spray salt water on them to get the process started. But yeah, sometimes you get a green patina. Most of the time you get like a blue like this. But I thought that the shade of blue was so pretty. So I'll use these, and then I put UV resin over the blue, because if you don't, it would rub off. But yeah, I've made a lot of copper earrings and necklaces, using that method with ammonia, and it works a little bit with brass, but not really. So I usually just stick with the copper. And okay, so now that goes in the scrap pile. And this is, I cut that a little thin, slice it a little thin. Let me do another one. And then I take my little tool that I made, and I'm going to, wherever there's a line, in between the petals, I'm just going to push so you're able to see each petal. Then I usually turn it over and do that. Do the other side. I am so pleased with how this turned out. And then once I get, the lines in between the petal, I take a clay tool and I push down a little on each petal just to give it some movement and depth. And that way it doesn't look just like a flat piece of clay. You can see, looks more like a flower, I think, doesn't it? And then I'm gonna put a hole through it so it will be able to be strung for a necklace. Sometimes I wait, and if you put the holes in before you bake it, it's easy to distort the flower that you just made, So sometimes I will wait until after I bake it and it's hard, and then I'll just take a teeny tiny drill to it and, drill through it to make the hole. But drilling it's a lot harder than poking a hole through it like I'm doing now. So, yep. I'll make these a few different sizes. So I'm going to start selling these kind of beads too. Flower beads, and I have different shaped beads. I'll just put them on my Etsy shop. I think you're allowed to do that. I don't know. I need to find out if I have to if I can sell jewelry and beads in the same shop, or do I have to have a separate shop for different, things? Here's a lentil. This is called a lentil bead. Isn't that pretty? It's I guess shaped kind of like a lentil, and then it has the swirl in it, and then I put resin on it, and I drilled a hole through it because I think I was going to put this on a keychain or something. I don't remember. Oh, here's a bigger one. Like, I made a magnet out of these two. I just glued magnets on the back. I don't know what got on this one, but yeah, these are lentil beads also. I don't want that big old. It looks like a burn, but kind of pretty. I thought I had more than that over here, but who knows? I'm just eating a cracker with cheese on it real quick. Oh wow. It got light out, and it looks like it's gonna rain again. This cheese has jalapenos in it, and it's making me cough. Yeah, it's very overcast. Oh, so look at this tray. These are in the middle of being resined, but I need, I usually fill up a cookie sheet before I stick it in the oven, you know. Um, I try to have it full, so I have been known to just stick one little thing in there in a big old oven, but that seems silly, so I'll try to. And here is a big, this is made out of scrap clay. This, I will either make a keychain out of it or um, make it a fan, like a ceiling fan pull, you know. Yeah, I gave some to Cricket, and I don't know if she's put those up yet or not, because her the strings on her ceiling fan were dancing around really bad a couple of times, and this is really heavy, so I told her to use the balls to hang on those strings, and it would stop them from dancing around. Uh-oh, that doesn't go all the way through. um, Shoot. I'm gonna have to try to guess, maybe. Should be somewhere around here. I don't know. I could be way off. I am. Oh gosh, that's stupid. Okay, I have to get something longer to stick through here. I'm gonna try this. Okay. There. Okay. Oh my goodness. And I'll make some more of these. And I should use the scraps to try to make a Natasha bead out of the same clay. And that way I can make a necklace with those, and the Natasha bead as the focal bead, and then add some crystals into it. Here's some more scrap goes with it. I could add all this purple if I wanted to. I might. You know, that might be pretty, huh? All that pile right there is from making this. Well, I could add some darker pink in there too, for contrast. Maybe. I don't want to get too much. I won't have enough purple. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Oh, you know what? I should add maybe a little green. Some green clay. That's what I need, is some of that green. That means I have to go over to my clay. I have a second clay box besides that basket that you saw. I have a box of it also, and that has the Fimo clay. It has that green in there. I need to go get it, so it's right over here. Oh my goodness, my nose. On me. Oh, this is so hard, this clay. Oh my gosh. They do make a clay conditioning bar. So when you have clay that's rock hard like that, you add some of this to it and it makes it a lot softer, and you're able to work with it a lot faster than you like. Some people start out, and when it's this hard, they will actually get a hammer and start hammering it to break it up, and then they have to run it through the pasta machine a whole lot more than necessary. I'm looking for a hair tie. I'm gonna blow my nose one more time, you guys. Sorry. Oh my goodness. It's like, what in the heck? Okay. Found a hair tie too in my desk drawer. I'm going to turn this big light off. It is just too hot with that sucker on. Golly. I mean, we have air conditioning, of course. We have air conditioning in this house, but this studio, my studio is it used to be a Florida room. Y'all know what a Florida room is? It's a fancy way of saying it. Used to be like a porch with a screened-in porch that they made into. They put walls up and made it into this little room, which I use as my studio. But there's not an air conditioning vent in here, and when I have the door closed, it gets even hotter or colder, depending. But even when I have the door open, for some reason, the air just, it doesn't come in here. I'm always hot in this room. And I have a ceiling fan, but I don't like to turn it on high because then everything blows around, you know. Oh, this is so flat. I don't drink soda very much. This is my sharp blade. I have to keep one or two with a cover on it. I don't use those very often. This one of the handles fell off, and I have it somewhere, but it's easier for me just to use it without it. I've had this blade for so long, but it's my favorite blade. It's not as sharp as the new ones. Now, this green, oh my gosh. If I try to put this through the pasta machine before adding some conditioner to it, it will just crumble. I'll have a bunch of crumbles, which is a nightmare. You do not want to try to put back a pile of crumbles, put back together a pile of crumble. So I don't think I need very much. You know, so I was thinking, I hope this is not this conditioning bar. I thought it was translucent, but it's very possible I got it mixed up with my conditioning bar, and that is, oh my gosh, how would I ever know? I wouldn't. So I'm just adding some of that conditioner and popping it up, and I need a little bit more, I think. It's sticking to my fingers. That might be a little much. And then I'll get my acrylic roller and try to get it mixed a little bit somehow. Look at that mess. It's all stuck, and hard clay is like a nightmare to deal with. Oh, gosh. What a mess. Just trying to get the conditioning bar mixed in a little bit so I can put it through the pasta machine. And see, it's all starting to stick now. That's a good sign. let's see if I can peel this off. Thank goodness I don't have to do this very often, but God, I might have put a little bit too much of conditioner in there. This one lady was using like baby oil. She tried baby oil and it worked, and then she tried cooking oil and it worked, and then she tried olive oil and of course it worked. But I think oil is messier than the conditioning bar, although this is pretty messy right now. But as you can see, it is all in one piece now, which means I can run it through the machine. And once I can start running it through the machine, it conditions a lot faster than trying to roll it out by hand. Oops, oh, it's starting to crumble. No, it's not crumbling really, but it's not sticking together as good as I thought it was either. So I'm just a mess. Okay, let me try this again. It's going to be all over my floor. Thank goodness I have a tile floor. Still doesn't want to stay together quite right. I mean, it's starting to work. There. Okay. Now, see, it's starting to stay together. Yay. And I'm just going to tighten the rollers and tighten them some more. It just helps condition it faster. If you tighten the rollers. See, look how quick that happened. It was crumbles just a minute ago. Now it's all in one piece. Pretty cool. That worked pretty darn fast. And I don't need to do too much more to it. I did make it to go with the scraps, so I can make a Natasha bead, right? Cool. And then this all gets chopped up. Oops. I don't want to chop it too small because then I'll end up with something so busy that I won't be able to use it. I need to get this nail polish off my nails today. Make it match the other hand. Now I'm wondering if I have enough purple. So let me kind of try to mix this up a little bit. Gosh, it's so sticky. Um, let's see. I don't think I need that much pink in it, do I? I think I might have put a little too much pink in it. Oh well, maybe not. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. What the heck? Now, this is the part where I squeeze it all together. I love these colors. And this is my hand that doesn't close from my bicycle accident. It doesn't, I have to bend my fingers to get my hand to close. So when I'm rolling it out, it kind of might look funny to you guys. So everything's sticking together. But I'm going to twist it now to get it maybe mixed up a little bit better on the inside as well as the outside. But you can over twist, that's for sure. Bend it and oops. I was going to bend it in half, but I just don't like all this green down here. Oops. Okay, now I do have to let this sit for a little bit because if I try to slice into it right now, it wouldn't slice because it's too soft. I'm just trying to get the edges square now. There. That one end has a lot of green on it, but the inside might be okay. Never know until you cut into it. Oh, hi. Hi, Joe. Hi, Rachel. I think um, everybody else left the chat a little bit ago. Marla had to go, and Brian was here. He said he had to go get something to eat and he'd be back, but I don't know if he made it back. How are y'all doing, though? Oh, goodness. I made a cool flower cane. Oops. And what I do is I slice off of this and I get these little flowers that I poke a hole through and I can string and make, jewelry out of. So I took the scrap from this. Yeah, I love the colors too. It turned out really pretty. I took the scraps from making this and that's what this big block is. And I have to let it sit for a few minutes before I start slicing off of it because it's too soft. But what I'm going to make is it's called a Natasha bead, which is really bigger than a bead, but it's where the two halves, I'll take a slice and when I open it up, the two halves mirror each other. And so, the one side is the same as the other side. And I can make a pendant out of the scrap clay to match the beads I make with this. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So yeah, I need to let this sit. I'm trying to square it up and then I'll let that sit, and the clay's too warm right now to take slices off of. It will get too distorted if I try to slice into it right now. And my nose has been running for 2 weeks. No, longer than that. Since the end of the cruise when I got that cold. I'm like, how can one person have so much snot in their head? Like I blow my nose all day, every day. It's me crazy. And I wake up all stuffed up. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, okay. Yeah, it's not air dry. It's I have to bake it. Actually, I need to look at the package because this is Fimo clay, and I usually use Sculpey, but I know they have different oven temperatures, so I better look and see what 230 degrees Fahrenheit, 110 degrees Celsius. And Sculpey, I think, is 270. Oh, 275 for Sculpey. Wow, that's a big difference, huh? I hardly ever use Fimo, but I really liked the colors that I was going through my clay last night, separating it all out, and I saw some of those colors, and so I decided to make that flower. And yeah, it turned out really, really pretty. Here's a bigger version of it. Oh. But see, this is purple. It looks blue. Does it look blue to y'all? On my computer, that looks blue, not, and it's purple as purple can be. It's so weird. Oh well. Oh well. It does look blue, yeah. Did you have allergies, Joe? I never have had allergies before, so I can't imagine. I got just started when, because the day we got off of the boat from the cruise, I got so sick and couldn't even spend the night in Miami like I had planned to. I called somebody and they drove 5 hours to come get me because that's how sick I was. I wanted to spend the time, with um with Jenna and Natalie and Aaron and his daughters, and I was just so, and Farrell Cheryl, I was so sick that I couldn't even do that. It was terrible. But ever since then, I have, like, every day I just blow my nose. It seems like all day long. I don't know what's going on. You can see the purple through even though the blue is dominant. Hi, Sophia. Yeah, I tried to make periwinkle. I actually started out with, did I start out with this purple? I think I started out with this. This is real dark purple. It looks blue too. I wonder if I put it down here. Shoot. It still looks, that looks navy. I'm telling you, this is like a royal purple. Deep, deep purple. I tried to make periwinkle, and it's kind of a periwinkle shade. I used some purple and some pearl white and some blue. Not that your house is sticking to, I didn't think that. It's got a purple look to you. Oh, well, good. Not on my computer. Whenever I'm in Restream, the colors seem to show up better. I'm on StreamYard right now. Does it look periwinkle? Cool. That's my favorite color in the whole wide world is periwinkle. And never tried to make it before, but maybe let me turn the big light on. I turned the big light on. I don't know if that helps or not. But I got what I got. I'm going to try lowering this. Oops. Sorry. Try lowering this camera a little bit. Sorry, I hope I'm not making anybody dizzy. I don't know why I had that so high up there. Oops. Oh, okay. That's still, I'm only like less than a foot away from, the camera's less than a foot away from my glass, but it looks like really far away to me. Oh well. But anyway, I have such a mess. Oh my gosh, I have clay all under. Oh, and look, I still have, one hand has the Halloween, the Halloween nail polish on it, and the other one doesn't. So yeah, I'm ragtag this morning, you guys. Ragtag. I could go put this in the freezer, and that way it would get harder faster. Still, I need to let it sit a few more minutes. If I try to cut into it right now, the blade would like drag and pull the clay. and it would be so distorted. So I ran out of wet wipes, but I do have paper towels and alcohol to clean this mess up. Oops. Oh dear. I'm glad that didn't get in my cut. I just like had alcohol pour in my hand and drip down onto my legs. I have a little cut on my thumb. I'm glad that didn't get in there. Trying to clean some of this sticky clay up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Put that on there. Is today Saturday? Oh yeah. We set our clocks back tonight. That's right. Y'all don't forget to. You never wear matching nail polish. You probably do it on purpose though, Sophia, don't you? I don't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. I just got I ran out of time, and so I just said F it, and then I forgot all about it before I came on here. I try not to be this sloppy and messy as I am this morning, but my hair could use a brush. Oh dear. Looks like it's trying to clear up out there. We had a rain. Rain came through here about an hour ago, and it was still dark. But when it got light, it was so like gray and cloudy out there. But it looks like the sun's trying to push through. I was telling everybody we did not have any trick-or-treaters last night at all. Same as last year. I think one of Richard's friends that has small kids came by last year and they got candy, but then we ended up with a bunch of candy, because we didn't have any trick-or-treaters. And I asked a neighbor 3 streets over if they got any, and she said they didn't get any either. So you rarely even wear matching socks. Matching isn't your thing. You hate turning. Rachel, don't you live in Arizona, or am I talking to a different Rachel? I know they don't change their clocks in Arizona. I thought that was Rachel in Arizona. It might not be. It might be a different Rachel. But yeah. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Okay, you're on the East Coast. I'm getting you mixed up with Rachel in Phoenix. Sorry about that. You're on the East Coast. Okay. Yeah. So am I. Not for long, though. Our house is on the market, and we're going to be moving to Arizona. Speaking of Arizona. But just to a real small city, right on Bullhead City. It's in the very northwest of the state, right on the Colorado River, like 2 hours, I think, or hour and a half or 2 hours from Las Vegas. So, yeah. And when we were married in the 80s and early 90s, we lived in Las Vegas. So we know what the weather's like there. It's hot, but it's hot here, but it's hot and humid here. The humidity kills me. Oh my gosh, this summer was terrible. I hated it. I hated going out during the day and going anywhere. It was just way too hot. So your brother-in-law lives in Arizona. Oh, cool. I bet he probably lives in one of the bigger cities though, huh? Yeah, humidity is the worst, especially as thick as it gets in Florida. Oh my gosh. Now, I lived on the Gulf Coast of Florida for like 18 years. Yeah, 18 years or so. And I don't ever remember it getting near as humid as, I'm in Jacksonville now, which is on the east, which is on the Atlantic side, the East Coast. And I swear it gets a lot more humid on this side of the state. Now, that could be because, the older I get, the less I can tolerate the heat or something. I mean, that could be it, but it just seems like it wasn't as humid on the Gulf side of the state. Gilbert, Arizona. I've heard of Gilbert, but I'm not sure where that is. I'll have to look on a map. So I need to go back and watch the Halloween night game, the werewolf game. I haven't watched that yet. I'm excited to watch it. I'm so hungry. I'm just having a cracker with some cheese on it. I'll be able to cut into that clay in about 5 more minutes. Mm. I'm learning how to eat with my new teeth. It's not easy because they don't fit correctly yet. I have to mute it real quick. You guys, sorry, I have to blow my nose. This is about the 10th time I've had to do this. Okay. You just left the house yesterday to go grocery shopping for about 3 miles, and your hair went crazy. I sweated the Northern European fall because, oh, wow, yeah. Boy, sometimes that humidity, like you can take a shower and then, get ready, and the minute you step outside, it's like you're drenched. It takes like less than 5 minutes with that when the humidity is that bad, and like you're dripping, like you're still wet from the shower. I remember I was in the Cayman Islands one summer, and I think that's the absolute worst that I experienced, the humidity. I swear you would walk out the door, and in less than 5 minutes, maybe less than 3 minutes. You just be dripping like like you had stepped out the shower. It's terrible. And I know Arizona and Nevada and New Mexico and Colorado, they're not near. I mean, they're hot, but they're not humid like here. So it does make a difference. Um, he really wants to move to Hollywood and rent a place. I'm like, no way. I'm not gonna rent a place. And he's 87, so we rent, and then I have no place to live once he dies. I am not gonna let my money go to pay somebody else's mortgage, if I can help it. This is so good. It has jalapenos in it. But they're not too hot. Did y'all see Diane? Did y'all see Marissa eating those peppers the other day? She made a video of her eating those. Oh my God, I don't know how she did it. Those hot peppers. Did anybody see that? It blew my mind. There is no way I would have been able to do what she did. Okay, Joe. I have a leaky cup, a leaky lid on my cup. It's chocolate milk. Let me see. Well, it's getting there. I should have stuck it in the freezer. But oh well. I'm gonna take a few puffs on a cigarette and then I'll cut into that. I hope it's pretty on the inside. Oh, here's what I can show y'all. Just a minute, let me grab. I'm assuming someone named Natasha came up with this technique because they're called Natasha beads. They're not actually beads, but it's a technique where you like chop up scrap clay or any clay, all different colors, whatever, and then you squeeze it back together and you get it into a block like this. You start taking slices off of it, and when you do, you open it up and put the two I can't talk, the two slices together. Each side, it mirrors itself. And so, like, here's one. If you look, if have an imaginary line going down the middle, you can see this side's the same as that side. Let's see. Here's another one. Isn't that cool? I love this one. And you can, it doesn't matter which way you turn it, you know, everybody sees something different. I love that one. Here's another one. Oops. The colors aren't showing up as good, as pretty as they are. Yeah. These are like I use for pendants, you know. And I put resin from, here's a heart. And this one, the clay's kind of busy, so you can't, it's kind of hard to. This is what happens if you twist the clay or chop the clay up too much. It gets kind of busy and you can't really see something like, I mean, there's a big difference in that one I just showed you and this one, you know. But here's one of the very first ones I made when I was just learning to make, to work in polymer clay, and I love this one for some reason. Oops, for some reason. I wear this on a choker, but I broke the the bail, and I need to fix it. Okay. Yeah, Sophia, you build up a spice tolerance over time. I don't know. I think my mom, she can like bite into peppers, and uh, I never could do that. And after I had my child, I can't eat anything with any kind of hot, you know, spice on it now. I used to be able to tolerate like peppers a lot more than I can nowadays, that's for sure. After I had my son, I stopped liking raw oysters. I won't do that anymore. And spicy hot foods, I can't do anymore either. Like changed my whole. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, they are cool, aren't they? And I got like addicted to making those. I have drawers and drawers and drawers, like 3 drawers with trays full of them stacked on top of each other. I mean, you would die if I showed you all of the stuff I have. These, they're called Natashas. Like I said, I imagine someone named Natasha figured out the process, you know. And some people don't like them very much, and other people like me, that's all I did for like every day for like probably 6 or 8 months. I would chop up brand new clay, smush it back together, different color combinations, and then start taking slices off of it because I don't know, it was an addiction. It was weird. I just like doing it so much because you never get the same image and you never know if you're going to end up with something really cool. And if you don't end up with something really cool, then you just keep trying until you get something really cool. And so, like I said, I would spend hours making these every day. And I have not made that many into necklaces. I mean, I probably have 20 necklaces that I've made, and that's not counting like the ones that I usually wear. I just have like a wire, like a choker wire, and I'll change depending on what color, outfit I have on. I'll change um, pendants on my choker. I have a lot of chokers, and I have a lot that I put onto adjustable leather, uh, leather cords with sliding knots, um, because I just, there's no way I could sit down and use crystals and wire and beads and make those kind of necklaces. I have way too many. Let me see. I'm going to try to cut into this now. I never know which side to start on. I think I'll get my sharp blade. Okay. A lot of times I let these sit overnight because it's so much easier when they're not real soft. Yeah, this blade's just dragging through it. Well, let's see. There's a lot of green in it, huh? I think I might have put too much green in it. Now I can switch sides. I like it better the first way. Let me take another slice off so I can. I'm going to try this thinner blade. This blade's not as sharp, but it's thinner. I'm thinking it won't drag as much. Ta-da! Oops. Yeah, there's a lot of green, huh? Kind of cool. The colors are a lot brighter on my end. Now, I never know whether to, like, use this one on the first piece. I don't like that very much, so I'll take another slice off. This is how I got addicted, because you can just slice through these and then you have to decide which one you want to keep. Oh, the blade kind of tore this up because it's so soft. This one has a lot more pink in it. Pretty. Like the painting wheel where you don't know how it's going to turn out. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one too. I'm just going to switch sides, and I think I like it better this way. Yeah, this one doesn't have as much green, but I do have a couple of air pockets that I'll have to fix. So I'll probably just keep this one, and then I'll scrap these two and I'll squish them back together and make a smaller block and slice it up. And then I end up with little tiny ones like that. I have these four that started out as a big block like that one I just was using, but I think these are pretty. These need to be baked. I have a tray that I started up here. I need to fill this tray so I can get this stuff in the oven today, and then I will resin, and then I'll make earrings and necklaces. Yeah. So let me show you this. Here's a tray that I'm in the middle of. A lot of these, like the back needs to be resined, but this is kind of a mess. Different. These actually need to, this is something new I tried. These I need to bake. These are going to be earrings. So, yeah, this is kind of neat. I thought these were kind of neat. I use metallic clay on these. Are kind of different. And then I made, like I said, these are called canes for some reason, but I made a cane. I made this to go with an outfit that, there's the back. It's resined. I just need to drill a hole in that, and then have the earrings that match. This one's kind of cool. So it's not really a heart shape, but I wish the color showed up better for y'all. Anyway, yeah, that's my addiction. These darn Natashas. Oh, my nose. Jeez. Thanks, you guys. I'm glad y'all liked them. Yeah, and it reminds me of like, you know, when when they used to do those ink blot tests, and they would ask you what you see, you know. It's like some of these, well, everybody usually sees something different, but some of them really look like butterflies, or some of them look like people too. Some of them look like angels, all different stuff. It's kind of, I don't know, it's cool. I like it. Oh my goodness, sorry, my nose. Oh, hi, Brian. That took a little while. Is that how long it takes you to walk to the store? Okay, I have to mute this because once again, I have to blow. Joe, when you're looking for images on paintings, are you talking like on abstracts or regular paintings? You got distracted. Oh, 75 yards from the store. Oh, well, at least it's not that far. Thank goodness, huh? Oh, I can't believe, Brian, I can't remember your dog's name. Oh, man. I know you have more than one dog too, but what's the one dog's name that you have? Oh, God. You always send pictures to Cricket. I know it's not Charlie. Bella, George, Phil. Bella, George. Well, how are they doing? How's Phil? Has he been in that small bed lately that he likes to get in? I'm gonna open my door because my dog might have to. My dog has to go through here to use the doggy door. Hey, baby. He's on the couch sleeping. He has to be able to see me or be close to me at all times. You know how dogs are. They're brats. They're brats, so they're doing. Hi, baby. He just walked right by me. I love my little dog so much. He was mad at me yesterday. I don't know why. I think sometimes if I don't take him, we walk him about 5 times a day. No lie. And I get on my electric scooter and take him, and we go far. He's only 2.5, and he has so much energy, but if I don't take him often enough, I think, yeah, he gets a little attitude with me. But he loves to go. We went to Walmart yesterday, and of course, he goes everywhere. And so if we take him like to Walmart, then that seems to appease him enough to where like then we only have to take him on 3 walks. He likes going to the store. Your 2 dogs are not having a great time the last week with kids saying, "Oh, fireworks before bonfire night on Tuesday." Allie freaks out and pants to the point of frothing. Wow. Richard had 2 Australian Shepherds. He had to put one of them down this past Christmas. Another one died a couple of years ago, but they would freak out about fireworks so bad. They wouldn't froth at the mouth, but like they would try to fit in the tiniest little space. Like if I wasn't sitting in my wheelchair, they would try to get under my wheelchair. Or one time in my bathtub, the whole shower curtain was down, and I have a shower chair in my bathtub, and it was completely out of the bathtub, laying on the bathroom floor. So I don't know what that dog did, but yeah. Or if they heard a gunshot or fireworks, they would freak out. But it doesn't bother my little long-haired Chihuahua for some reason. I don't know why some dogs get so scared. Bella's a master at stuffing herself into the tiny corners during thunderstorms too, huh? Wow. Lexi lies beside you and is fine, but Allie climbs on the back of your sofa and won't settle. Yeah, you should try something like that. And yours barks, huh? Mine doesn't do anything. The thunder doesn't bother him. I've never had it out of all my dogs. I've never had one that got scared of any of that stuff. The only dogs that I've seen were his Australian Shepherds. But we had an Old English sheepdog, and he was okay. Then when I met Richard, we had Pomeranians, and they were okay. And then my mom had a chocolate lab, and he was okay. And then I had, listen, the dog I had before this one, her name was Coco. She was so cute. Um, her mother was Beagle. Her dad was Beagle and Schnauzer, and her mom was Chihuahua and Jack Russell Terrier. She had 4 different breeds in her. And she was, my mom used to say she's so ugly, she's cute, but she was not ugly. She was the cutest little thing. And she was tiny, but she wasn't afraid of any of that either. I always wondered if it was certain breeds, that it bothers more than other breeds, but I don't know. George and Phil don't care, but they're like, whatever. And yours barks. Wow. And then the one, boy, yeah, I think I would try the CBD. Something that would scare me. I would think that maybe they were going to have a heart attack or something. I mean, some of those dogs really get scared. I don't know. Yours are Shih Tzu and Lhasa Apso. Oh, it's the Shih Tzu that fears the most in general. Huh. Wow. And what breed is yours, Rachel and Brian? Are they little? And I used to think it was mainly little dogs that did that, but then when I saw Australian Shepherds do it, it made me think the size of the dog didn't matter, you know? Mm. Boy, I look rough. Sorry, guys. Richard's like, you should never go on um, unless you just gotten out of the shower and your hair's done and you have makeup on. I'm like, I can't do that all the time. Oh, you have Cavapoo, King Charles Cavalier, and Poodle. Oh, okay. I know what a King Charles Cavalier is, and I know what a Poodle is. Cool. I think I know what a King Charles is. Are they I think my mom's boss had hi Carrie. Oh, well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We're talking about our dogs right now. Some of the doggies are deathly afraid of fireworks and thunderstorms. Yep. I was telling them my dog could care less, but some of their dogs get really scared. And I think, yeah, the CBD would be a great thing to try. Poor little guys. I've been working on polymer clay, Carrie, and yeah, other than that, I'm probably going to be getting off here. I've already been on 2 hours and 40 minutes. Time flies. When I'm working with my clay, time flies so fast for me. You grew up with Dachshunds. Oh, I've never been around that breed very much. They're cute. but none of my friends, yeah, I haven't been around that breed very much. George is a Chihuahua mix. Bella is a short-haired German Pointer mix. We had a short-haired German-haired Pointer when, gosh, I think I was like in the 3rd grade or something. But he was so hyperactive and would run off. And we were living in Manhattan Beach in California, and we lived close to some railroad tracks, and he got out one time and got hit by a train, didn't die, but it was a whole ordeal. Phil is a Blue Heeler Beagle White Lab. Your brother has 2 German Shepherds and a Boston. I love Boston Terriers. Pit mix. They're all really all of them, huh? Wow. Isn't a Blue Heeler like kind of like an Australian Shepherd? Or am I thinking, or are they more like I think they're like Australian Shepherds, the Blue Heelers. Pretty sure. Right? Right, Brian? Yeah. Pretty sure. Either that or kind of like a collie, but I don't think so. I think they're kind of like a Australian Shepherd. But I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So funny. Well, the sun finally came out, and it is 71 degrees in Jacksonville, Florida. Partly sunny, it says. 71's a good temperature. I can deal with that. Yeah, Blue Heelers, another name for, oh, okay. I thought they were real similar or the same. I wonder why they call them 2 different names. Yeah, I'll have to Google that. Actually, where's my phone? I'm going to ask real quick. Shoot. Is a Blue Heeler dog the same as an Australian Shepherd? No, a Blue Heeler, also called an Australian cattle dog, is not the same as an Australian Shepherd, though both are herding breeds with similar energy levels. The main differences lie in their size, coat type, and temperament, with the Blue Heeler typically being smaller and more compact, while the Australian Shepherd has a longer coat and may be slightly more friendly with strangers. Interesting. Huh. Well, they're both from Australia, I guess. I thought they were a little different. I think it's their coat that I remember the Heeler being having a shorter coat. I'm trying to find 2 good pictures. Yeah, you can definitely tell a difference in them, but I can't. There's no big pictures. These are all so small. But They have videos on YouTube. Here's a YouTube video on the blue heeler versus Australian Shepherd, compare and contrast. Let me see. Maybe you can see the picture. The one, this one, oops, wait, sorry. Oh, shoot. Now it's going to play it.
Contrast the blue heeler to the Australian Shepherd.
Sorry, let me turn this off.
Australian Shepherd are
anyway, yeah, you can tell a difference when you look at them side by side. Yeah, partly right. You always feel sorry for the wildlife, etc. when they go off. Yeah. I didn't know German Shepherds. I guess it's not, like I said, it's probably, I don't know if it's the breed or if it's just certain dogs. My friend, a good friend that I had for a long time, in Las Vegas when I lived there, had a German Shepherd, and I don't remember her dog being afraid of any of that, but maybe I just wasn't around when it thunderstormed or fireworks. I don't know. But I wouldn't think the German Shepherds would be afraid of anything. But, well, you guys, I think I'm going to jump off. I'm hungry, and I need to take my little dog. And I'm going to try to get this clay in the oven. Yeah, it depends on the individual dogs. Yeah, that's what I would say. But anyway, I appreciate so much for stopping by. I love talking to you guys. I get kind of lonely around here because I don't like to talk to him because all we do is argue. So, yeah. But come back tomorrow, the next day, after I bake these, and I'll throw some resin on them. Show you how I resin them, maybe, and make a necklace or earrings or something. But yes, Rachel, thank you so much, and Poet and Joe, and is it Carrie? I'm terrible with names. Oh my gosh. Trying to get my mouse. My mouse is just sliding around the glass. Joe, Rachel, Poet, Carrie, yes. And whoever else is in there. I love lurkers. I lurk all the time. And I appreciate you so much, you guys. It was good catching up with you too, Brian. And I will see you. I'm not going to put a day on it. I'm going to try to start going on more so I can get my watch hours. And yeah. But anyway, bye. Y'all have a great day or evening. And don't forget to set your clocks back tonight, an hour. And yeah, have a great day. Love you guys. Bye-bye.